All right, welcome. We're live here at Vero Beach, Florida for the very first game of, or the very first broadcast of the season, and the second game for the Stars. They won yesterday 5-0, and the Astros won earlier yesterday by a score of 8-2 was the final. And sorry if my mic was a little bit loud there. We got that fixed now. Now that I can actually hear myself. I want to say thanks to the Sarnia Braves coach for giving me a lineup, and I only have last names for him. But batting right now is Buntrock. He plays right field, and on the mound pitching for the Stars is Jake Jaroszewski. And the count is 1-2, and that's a one-hopper over to short. They'll fire it over to first, and they got it there in time. A 6-3 ground out from Easton Rarick. Over to, they don't have first baseman listed on here. 486251957. Oh, okay, they have 2 5s. It's either Drew Rarick or Eli Mock. We'll see if I can get the jersey number on who's at first base. Get the camera just adjust a little bit here for you. And the 0-1 is a chopper to second there. It'll be scooped up by Matt Bryant, and it's a 4-3 ground out. And playing first is Drew Rarick. So Drew Rarick is at first, and now we have 2 out here in the top half of the first inning. We'll get our scoreboard up and running eventually here. And now stepping up to the plate here for the Braves is going to be Lester. Once again, I only have last names for the Braves. Sarnia Braves from Ontario, Canada. And I'm glad that I asked somebody, because all the research I'd done on this team prior, will be a foul ball down the first base line. Good for a strike. So 2 away and an 0-1 count. Once again, pitching is Drew Rarick. Around the bases, you got Drew Rarick at first. Then at second, you have Matt Bryant. At third, you have Eli Mock. At shortstop, you have Easton Rarick. Pitching is Jake Jaroszewski. And the outfield here after Jaroszewski's 0-1 pitch. The first one is fouled away down the first base line. And here's the windup and the delivery, and that one's fouled off to the right side of your camera, and it's good for no balls, 2 strikes. The outfield, you have Job Fryer in left, Oliver Lunt in center, and in right field is Chayton Sen. Here's the windup in the 0-2, and that one's fouled away, and he'll stay alive, and somebody's car in the parking lot may have been dangerously too close to that one. It was not my vehicle, though, and it was kind of an unusual trip down here. 2 away and an 0-2 count. And here's the 0-2 pitch number 2, and that one's right down the middle, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. Picked up on one hop there by Joe Fryer. It's good for a single, and puts a runner on first. So runner on first, 2 out. I see I still got to make an adjustment on my camera here. There we go. And that one comes in for a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 delivery. That'll hit the outside edge. It'll even the count up at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1. Between innings here, or when we find an opportunity to do so, let's put it that way, we will tell you a little bit about my delayed trip down here. Fouled off for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. 1 hit, that's the runner on first. And batting right now for the Braves is Johnson. Jereshevsky will send that one into the dirt on Johnson. It'll be good for ball 2. Puts 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on. So I guess not quite 2s across the board, but 2s across 75% of the board here. As Jereshevsky will check over at first. He'll wind, deliver right down the middle, and is just over the reach of the shortstop. And rounding second, heading into third, he's safe, and it's going to put runners on the corners. So 2 out, runners on the corners now. First and third, and that brings up the next batter. It's Brooks. Brooks plays center field. And now the Stars have called a timeout as head coach Fichtner will come out to the mound, and ball boy will give the umpire a couple additional objects to work with. So perfect opportunity here to tell you a little bit more about we were intending to be here today or yesterday for the games, but my flight out of Minneapolis got canceled, and that flight was supposed to go into Orlando. So then the only way I could get here as soon as possible was to take the flight into Tampa from Minneapolis, which allowed me to miss the first 2 games yesterday because I didn't. The scheduled time was 10 p.m. for my arrival. I didn't land in Tampa until just before 1 o'clock in the morning. Got to Vero Beach at about 4 o'clock in the morning. There was no hotel available. I ended up sleeping in a parking lot. So I do have a hotel tonight though. And then so the rental car reservation was for Orlando, and I couldn't get it switched over to Tampa, so I spent a couple hours at the airport trying to track down a vehicle, and we were finally able to do that. So that's what got me to Vero Beach at about 4 o'clock this morning. That one will hit the lower edge of the strike zone on the outside, and now it's no balls and 2 strikes here to Brooks. Once again, runners on the corners. And that one will go a little bit low into the dirt. That'll put a ball on the board. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now here for Jereshevsky on Brooks. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last time I checked my phone, it was 70. Now it's up to 80 degrees here in Vero Beach. And that one will drop low for a ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looks like our internet signal's good. I was a little worried about that earlier, to be honest with you. Now, the Stars are playing 2 games. The other one's scheduled for 4 o'clock start. The schedule that I had said the field was to be determined. I'm hoping it's on this field so we don't have to move equipment. But if it is on a different field, we will do our best to try and move our equipment over to whatever field that may be. And I can't guarantee that we'll be on in time for the start of that game if we do have to move fields. But this one will be grounded right towards first base there. Eli Mock will pick it up, and he'll step on the bag, and that retires the side. So that brings us to the middle of the first. And no score on 1 hit. And they leave 2 runners on base. And we'll take a timeout. Be back with the bottom half of the first right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
All right, welcome back. No score after the top of one, and now it'll be warm-up time here for the Fargo Post 400 Stars. They'll bat like this. Second baseman Matt Bryant and center fielder Oliver Luck, and shortstop Easton Rarick will be 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup. The middle of the lineup will be the catcher Hayden Cresson, the shortstop. No, the first baseman Drew Rarick. Once again, do you have a pen by chance? Okay, we're going to fix that on our lineup card here. So I don't get confused by that one. Again, they put two third basemen on the lineup card, and it was only it's supposed to be Drew Rarick. So once again, Bryant, Luck, and Rarick, batters 1, 2, and 3. The catcher Cresson, the first baseman Drew Rarick, and the starting pitcher Jake Jaroszewski in the middle of the lineup at 4, 5, and 6. Bottom of the order is right fielder Chayton Sen, third baseman Eli Mock, and left fielder Job Fryer. Starting to drizzle now. There was a 70% chance of rain in the forecast for tomorrow, but today it was supposed to be clear. Looks like we got a graphic issue here with the strikeout. Let's fix that really quick. So we will have some sprinkles here. Now my computer's been in rain before. That one will sneak through into left field. It'll be a shallow base hit for the leadoff batter, Matt Bryant. Once again, the Stars won yesterday 5-0 over Ontario Gray. So the construction guys were asking if I could move up a little bit closer. And I said no, the sun was burning the equipment. And now it doesn't matter where I'm at. There's no sun. It's all rain as the drizzle gets a little bit harder and a little bit harder. Swing and a miss there by Oliver Luck, the center fielder who sent the Stars to Shelby, North Carolina on the final play of the Central Plains Regional Tournament last year. You may have seen that highlight in some recent promos as we were gearing up for the season. Here's the pitch, and it's swing and a miss for a strike, and I believe that is 1 ball, 1 strike. No, it's according to the scoreboard in the outfield, it's no balls and 1 strike. Once again, the runner on first is Matt Bryant. Oliver Luck, the batter, and now they'll toss it over to Bryant, and he is. Did he call him out? Yes, he did. They were able to pick off Bryant at first base. Swing and a miss, and Luck goes down swinging here. That'll bring up Easton Rarick, the shortstop, who had a phenomenal season last year for the Stars. And well, if you followed the team last year, you know they struggled in the beginning of the season, but then right towards the end of the season, the final 3 or 4 regular season games going into the state tournament and then the Central Plains Regional, not only did Easton Rarick fire things up, but so did every other teammate on the team of his, as it would be enough to get them down to North Carolina last year, of course. So, of course, Easton Rarick, only one of 2 players returning from last year's Stars team. Full-time Stars, 1 or 2 seniors, I should say, to be official. No balls and 2 strikes. And the windup and the delivery. It's actually 1-1. Hit up high left field, and that one is going to go over the head of the left fielder. And rounding first is Easton Rarick. He'll head into second. He's going to try for the third. And he'll head in, and he will be safe. It's going to be a triple. Sorry, first game of the season. We'll get the camera operating correctly here. So it's a base hit for the Stars. And I don't know what. You're hitting the wrong button. You're giving them 3 points. Don't worry, we'll get our scoreboard fixed eventually here. Trying to deal with some rain. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. So once again, runner on third for the Stars. They're looking to back off. I'm fixing it.
Okay.
3 balls and 2 strikes, the count here. And once again, I'm working on our scoreboard here. And he'll reach for that one. He'll strike out, and they'll leave the runner stranded on third. And that'll bring us to the end of the first inning of play. So 1 complete, and it's still 0-0, and that scoreboard will be fixed here momentarily. I think I know what's wrong now. All right, we'll take a silent break here while I fix this. All right, so in between innings here, we're going to try and move our equipment out of the drizzle. That one's popped up high, a chance for Jaroszewski, and he cannot get it. Ball may have been wet along with his glove. It may have been in the glove and then popped out. And now we have another issue with what is going. Okay, we need to get our equipment out of the rain here because we're not touching any buttons. And it's just doing random things right now. So we're going to go with that for now. Stand by.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, and he just walked on a 3 balls, 2 strike count, so that will bring up the next batter here. Let's see if this is working now. I got it moved to a somewhat drier location, so see if we can get you some on-screen graphics here or not. We're in the top of the second right now, and it's 0-0. Both teams have a hit. According to my numbers, the scoreboard not keeping track. That pitch will hit the outside edge of the strike zone. Make it no balls and 1 strike. The batter is Nelson for the Sarnia Braves. Looks like I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that this works here. Had some weird things happen since the rain started. No balls and 2 strikes here, and nobody out, and a runner on first. And the pitch, and that'll be fouled straight back. Good for an unofficial strike, too. Looks like the rain has let up a little bit. I'll just keep our equipment where it's at. And that'll be a drop third strike. So he's out on the drop third strike on the pitch into the dirt, and that'll bring up the next batter here for the Sarnia Braves, and that is going to be Pepper. Pepper, the third baseman for Sarnia. If you're tuning in from the Ontario, Canada area, cheering on the Braves, we certainly appreciate you doing so. Didn't have a whole lot of time to promote this one as we've been busy with our basketball schedule in North Dakota and Minnesota, and now we have 2 basketball games on tonight. We have the semifinals, Thief River Falls and North Glen and Felton. That one's hit out into left field. And the runner will pump the brakes at third, and now the bases are pumped. Bases loaded with only 1 out here in the top half of the second. So as I was saying, we have 2 semifinal games for you. DGF Rebels and the Thief River Falls Prowlers will be the first one, and then we'll follow that up with the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And then we have this game here, and then at 4 o'clock, hopefully on the same field, we'll have a second game for the Stars. And we'll take a look at our schedule here when the opportunity presents itself. I believe this is McCullum. Yep, it's McCullum, the catcher. And that pitch will come in low for a ball, and it's 1-0. So once again, the base is loaded here for Sarnia. We'll see if McCullum can get the first run of the game in here for the Braves. And that one's going to be popped up. Drifting back is the shortstop, Easton Rarick, and he couldn't quite make the grab. 1 run will score, and a 2nd run will score. Crossing the plate there for the Braves his countryman, and I believe it was number 17 or 19. It was number 19, and that was, can hardly read the writing here on the lineup card. I want to say it was Harris, maybe. I can tell you this much: he's the first baseman who scored. So now it's 2-0 here in favor of the Sarnia Braves in the top of the second. And they got a runner on second with 1 out. Ball into the dirt, and they'll up to third, and he's safe, and I guess there was another runner on first, so now you got runners on second and third for the Braves, and one out. And 1 ball, no strike here to the batter, McCollum. Or no, Huber, excuse me. McCollum is the runner on second. Pepper is the runner on third. And the 1-0. Swung on right up the middle. It's a 2-hopper, and he slides, and now he'll have to toss it home, and he's out at the plate. So the run will not score, but a nice job there by Jereshevsky as he slid to grab that one, and his thought was to throw to first, but realized that he wouldn't be able to do it from that low of a position on the ground and successfully get the out. He figured his better chance was at home, so he threw it down to the plate there for Hayden Crescent, and Crescent was able to make the grab and the tag, and that prevents the run from scoring. So now you got runners on the corners on first and third. No hit since it resulted in a ground out. It was more of a fielder's choice. And now that runner will take off, and he will pump the throw up to second, but keep the runner at third. So it's basically a free steal for the Braves. Puts 2 runners in scoring position. There are 2 outs, though, with that tag out at home. So the Braves would need a base hit to make this game 4-0. And Jereshevsky won't make that too easy here. He'll deliver. And this one, a liner, 1 hop, and he will be able to pick it up, step on the bag, and he's out at first, and that ends the middle, or the top of 2. They'll leave 2 stranded on base. And they've left a total of 4 on base so far here in the contest, but they lead 2-0 over the Stars as we head into the bottom of the second right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Do you have a teen ready for driving lessons? Don't know what they need to do or when things need to be done? If busyness keeps you from driving with them, then Gotta Go Driving School is the place to call. Jeff Weber at Gotta Go Driving School has been teaching driving lessons to all age groups since 1991. Call Jeff at Gotta Go Driving, 238-0236. Jeff will tell you to start planning ahead now. Don't wait. Got a new driver? Then it's Gotta Go Driving School. Talk to Jeff or go online at gottagodrivingschool.com.
While the scoreboard reveals the winner of an athletic contest, the real winners are the players, coaches, and fans who show good sportsmanship. Those who treat the game as a competition, show concern for an injured player, and accept all decisions from game officials. Please remember to be a good sport when attending a high school game. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome back. Sarnia Braves up 2-0 as we head into the top of the third. Or check that. I think I hit the wrong button here. I think we're actually going into the bottom of the second. So let me stop that option, and let's try this again. Bottom of the second. And it's 2-0. Stars looking to get those 2 runs back, and they'll try it. With batters 5, 6, and 7. Drew Rarick, Jake Jereshevsky, and Chayton Sen. First baseman, pitcher, right field. That's how the Stars will line up here in the bottom of the second inning. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch that floated to the outside of Rarick, and he chased after it, paid the price. Rarick first base, Jake Jereshevsky on deck playing the pitcher position, Chayton Sen on to follow. And we'll see Sen for sure this inning as he'll drop in a second strike. And it's a quick 0-2 count here to Drew Rarick. Once again, Stars beat Ontario Orange yesterday 5-0. And the Astros beat their Ontario opponent by the score of 8-2 in the 2 games that we unfortunately weren't able to get to yesterday. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. And he'll strike out. So they'll send Rarick back to the dugout and bring up Jake Jaroszewski. So it'll be a pitcher versus pitcher battle here this lovely afternoon in Vero Beach, Florida. Under a partly cloudy / shower sky, and the temperature has dropped to 77 degrees. At first pitch, it was 83, so we've dropped 6 degrees in 2 innings of play. Not quite. Pitch comes across for a ball. It's 1-0 now here to Jaroszewski. Here's the 1-0 delivery. He'll swing and go over the top of that one. They even up the count at a ball and a strike. Got a couple of text messages saying that the broadcast is looking good, so hopefully that stays that way. I was a little bit concerned, but so far so good. Looking on my stats on my side of it, and well, according to the couple text messages I got, it looks so good on their end too. So pitch to the outside makes it 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 delivery. He'll swing and hit that towards third, but it'll drift foul, bounce right in front of the third base bag, and that'll even up the count at 2-2. I want to thank the construction crew here who's building a press box for letting us stand right in front of their construction area. He was the very first time I talked to him today when I got to the field at about 10 a.m. He's like, yeah, it's too dangerous. I can't let you go back there. And then talk to a person, talk to another person, talk to another person. I eventually worked my way up the ladder, and they eventually allowed me to fully, oh, that hit him. That hit him on the just above the left knee, and he'll walk to the base as a result. So I eventually worked my way up the ladder, and I want to say thanks to the construction crew for allowing me to invade their territory here. So Jaroszewski goes to first on a hit by pitch. That brings up Chayton Sen, the right fielder. And Sen will take that first pitch. He'll miss for a ball, 1-0. He'll glance over at first. Now he'll fire over, and back in time is Jaroszewski, no problem. We'll keep him in check there. First baseman once again is Nelson for the Braves. And on the mound is Huber. So Huber will glance over his left shoulder. He'll set and deliver the pitch, and that one's fouled off. And nearly punched it through the netting. The baseball nearly opened up a baseball-sized hole in the netting. I love the netting because it's easier to get the camera through it than it is a cage background. So 1 ball, 1 strike as a result of the fouled away pitch. And now Huber will glance at first. He'll get the signal, and he'll set and he'll deliver. And that one comes in low, and he'll miss for ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike now here to Chayton Sen. Eli Mock on deck. 1 away. If no double plays happen, we'll see Eli Mock next. I don't have the YouTube chat going, so I'm going to assume that Jim from North Carolina is watching. So thank you for watching, Jim, if that's the case. And if he's not watching live, I remember he sent me a text message saying that he might have a conflict with his baseball team, but he would watch it on demand. So if you're watching this on demand, Jim, thanks for watching it on demand. We certainly appreciate it. He's been a loyal viewer and a big fan of Post 400 Stars, and he stayed with us through the football and basketball season as well. And him and Mr. Gafua from West Fargo are probably are battling out for the top viewer of all time here on Magnitude Sports. Pitch, and that'll be a drop strike. They'll allow the runner to go, And the throw over to third will not be in time. So it'll be an out, but the runner will advance from first to third. And that'll bring up Eli Mock with 2 away now. And so if Eli Mock can reach base, we'll get to Joe Fryer, who's on deck right now. But once again, 2 out. And a runner on third. So they do a base hit here, could cut the deficit in half. Jacob Topp and I believe Easton Rarick are the 2 seniors returning from last year's team. Everybody else is younger than a senior. Some of these guys played on the Stars last year. Some of them were moved up from the Astros. Pitch comes in for a strike. But a lot of familiar names on here. And this one came off the lower handle of the bat. It was grounded right back up to the top. And the run will not count, or will it? Hang on here. They're calling it a fouled away pitch. So we'll shift everyone back to their normal bases. It'll remain, we'll change to 0-2. I believe it was 0-1 prior to that fouled away pitch. I'm going to go with that. The scoreboard in the outfield says 0-1, but I do believe it's 0-2. So this is the presumed 0-2 pitch, and that one will be a base hit. That will score a run. It will score Jake Jaroszewski from third, and moving into second here on an RBI double is Eli Mock, and the Stars are on the board. He lifted that one right up over the second baseman, Lester, and into right center field. I'm going to make a slight adjustment with my camera here. We had a cord that was dragging the camera to one side, and I have that happen a lot during baseball and football season, but I just haven't done a baseball game in a while, so I kind of forgot about that problem. Strike comes across the plate here. Once again, batting for the Stars is Joe Fryer, with Eli Mock, the runner, on second base. And that one, chipped foul right behind him. Good for a strike. It's 0-2 now here to Joe Fryer. Base hit could tie the game up here, and that would send us to the top of the order. Matt Bryant is the batter on deck. And Huber will glance at second and deliver the 0-2. And that one comes inside and below the knees for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now here to Joe Fryer. I guess one good thing is the rain only lasted for about a half an inning. Rain has gone away. Mostly cloudy now, you could say. That one chipped over the... Oh, a nice on-the-run grab there off the bounce, and he's safe at first. So they'll put runners on the corners. Runners on the corners, grounded out towards short on a 3-hop, and the short little flip to second will end the inning. So, two down now, and it's 2-1 here in favor of the Sarnia Braves. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the top of the third when we return right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Signorama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signorama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signorama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signorama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, welcome back. Two complete here at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex. I forget the name of the field. It starts with an H. Harmon Field? Harmon Stadium, I believe is what it is. And I just got a text from Jim. He says that he is indeed watching. The chat appears to be working on his side, and I would not doubt that it is working. I just don't have it actually turned on my side for the viewing purpose. The chat's turned on. I just can't see it. So I'm glad that you're watching, Jim. That pitch comes across as a ball. Jaroszewski on the mound for the Stars, and he'll tap that one foul to even up the count at 1-1. Lester's the batter here for the Braves. I'm not sure if that's must be an ambulance or something. That's a very awkward siren. This one lifted up over the second baseman to right center field, and that's going to be good for a base hit and a single. So Stars have actually left one on base. We'll go ahead and make that adjustment right now. Here we are in the top of the third. And it's 2-1 in favor of Sarnia. Jaroszewski will glance over at first. And now he'll get the signal and deliver a strike. Sent it low, and he went to do the one-timer hockey shot there and got him on a strike. Good news for Stars fans. If you remember Eric Tiansen. Ooh, that one coming right back. More on Eric here in a moment, but he had to jump up, and he came back down onto the bag in time. And so that is an out, but the runner will advance to second. As I was saying, for Stars fans, if you remember who Eric Tiansen was, he helped us out with some Stars games last year, and a lot of you had a lot of compliments about him. I got a text from Eric 2 days ago saying that he's coming back sometime in late May, and he would love to work for us. And I said, when you get back in late May, you'll have a job waiting for you here, buddy. So Eric will be rejoining our broadcast crew here this summer, maybe late in the spring season too. Eric actually just up the road here from Vero Beach in Athens, Georgia, which I believe is a little bit north of Atlanta, if I remember my geography correctly. And when I say geography, I refer to Snapchat Mats, as sometimes he'll pop up on there as that oddball friend who's halfway across the country, the way that I'm popping up on my friend's Snapchat maps right now. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Runner on second. Jaroszewski and the 1-1. And that one, ooh, and it floated in for a strike. It looked like it left his hand a little bit awkwardly. It looked like it was coming high and in, but the humidity here in Florida dropped that ball down into the strike zone. Either that or it's a larger strike zone than I predicted today, but at least it's consistent. We'll put it that way. That one will definitely be a ball, and it evens up things at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second is, I can't see the jersey number from here. I'll tell you as soon as I can find out. I believe it's either Johnson or Brooks, the batter. 2-2. And that one sent right back. So remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Also want to say hi to the guy who said, please no shout-outs. Thanks for watching. No shout-out guy. I'm popped up, and it'll go into the stands. Jackie Robinson Training Complex consists of 4 baseball fields, and they're pretty much all right beside each other. Home plate of the one right behind us is right behind me, and then home plate for the other 2 are one off to my right, one off to my left, or a little bit to the left and behind me some. Line drive, 2-hopper to first, and it'll be an automatic step on the bag for the out. Runner will advance to third. And that puts 2 away now. And that'll bring up I forgot how the coach said he pronounced his name. Clomster, I believe it is. No. Check that. It's not Clomster. It's actually Countryman. I thought it was 2, and then I got a second glance at the jersey, and it was actually number 7. So it's C. Countryman. I'm not sure what the first name is, but his last name's Countryman. He's the left fielder for the Braves. And here's the 0-1 from Jaroszewski. That one is another floater that catches a strike zone. And, man, I think his Coach Fickner would like to see more of that from him over the season. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 away and a runner on third. Here's the windup. Sent up high center field. And he was not able to make the grab. It'll go back to the wall. Yeah, he was able to make the grab. So no run will score. And the inning, the top half of the third will be over. They leave 1 on base. They've left 5 on base so far here in the game, and no runs on 1 hit. And the Stars will grab the bats, and they'll be swinging when we return after the break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. We are in the middle of the third here, and I see I got a little bit of work to do on our scoreboard yet. But hey, I got through the first 2.5 innings with no issues. So coming up here for the Stars, it's batters 2, 3, and 4. It's Oliver Locke, the center fielder, Easton Rarick, the shortstop, Hayden Cresson, the catcher. In that order, we'll see them for sure. We might see Drew Rarick this inning as well, as the Stars look to erase the 1-run deficit here in the bottom half of the third. And a nice catch out in center field by Oliver Locke to end the top half of that third inning. For a moment, I thought it went over his head, but he really ran back there. And the last 2 times I've seen him made a catch in center field, they've been big catches. Of course, the last big catch was a little bit easier. That one is still in play, but it'll drop right in front of the netting, and it'll result in a strike. Of course, the last time I saw Oliver Luck make a catch in center field, that was a little bit easier of a catch to make than the one he made just now, but they were still both big catches. Of course, Andy Mock played a big role in sending the Stars to the World Series last year, hitting that grand slam to make the score 6-1 from 6-1 to 10-1. Hit it over the left field wall. I don't think anybody was expecting it. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count now here to Oliver Luck. Once again, Easton Rarick on deck, and I think he maybe sent that one outside on purpose to see if Luck would go after it, but he did not. No runners on. I need to take that graphic off there. And there are no outs. Apparently that did not get reset. And I think that one dropped for a ball. And now it's a full count, 3-2, the count now here in the bottom of the third. Game 1 of 2, the 4 o'clock game, which is 3 o'clock for everybody back home. Unless it's Jim in North Carolina, then it's 4 o'clock for Jim. But that one's whacked out into right field. And he'll drift back and make the catch about 10 feet in front of the warning track. And that'll be good for a strike, or good for an out. So that retires Locked, and now Easton Rarick, the shortstop, steps into the plate, or will shortly step into the batter's box. That commercial for Runnings, the owner of that particular property in Moorhead lives in Naples, Florida. It's about 183 miles to the south and west of Vero Beach, or maybe directly west of Miami. That one popped up, and that one's foul. I didn't even, oh, it went right to my left. I couldn't even see it. I lost it in the sunlight there. No balls and a strike, no runners on, and 1 out. Here for Easton Rarick. Hayden Cresson, the catcher, on deck. The windup in the 0-1 delivery, and that comes right down the middle for strike 2. That's an excellent pitch there by Huber. And the 0-2. That one's a little bit low. That's a ball. Had that stayed elevated, though, it would have been strike 3, so. Here's the windup. That one's going to center. And he will not make the grab. It drops in shallow center. And it was a diving outfielder, so you don't charge an error, so that'll be a hit. I'll put a runner on for the Stars, puts the tying run on base, brings up the catcher, Hayden Cresson. Thank all of our sponsors, including Post 400 Baseball and Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, mortgage lender at Town and Country Credit Union for just being a couple of our many sponsors for spring and summer baseball this season. We'll have the Stars throughout the spring and the summer. A quick throw over to first there to keep Easton Rarick on check there on the bag. We'll also have summer baseball for Kindred Post 117 this season. We're working on West Fargo Legion baseball as well. That's bobbled, and that will be an error. So Hayden Cresson will reach on an error. Puts runners on first and second and brings up Drew Rarick. So now the go-ahead run is on first. The tying run is in scoring position, and time was just called. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner at first. That is going to be Grant Matter. Grant Matter will take over the running duties for Cresson at first base. Bottom of the third, 1 out, and a 2-1 score here in favor of the Sarnia Braves. And the pitch, and that one skimmed off the top of the back, directly back into the netting for a strike. It's 0-1. Stars finishing as one of the top 8 teams in the country last year, which was expected by nobody at the start of the season. Now it's popped up. It's drifting towards first. For a moment, I thought it was going foul, but once again, I lost the ball in the sun. But thankfully, the players on the field helped guide me to where that ball was going. It'll be a pop out to first. So 2 away now, and that brings up Jake Jaroszewski. Runners on first and second, and the Stars in danger of stranding 2 on base with 2 out here. Bottom of the third, they're down 1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and a one-hopper to third, and he'll step on the bag, and that'll end the inning. So he'll officially reach on the fielder's choice, and the runner's out at third. And that ends the 3rd inning of play. So they leave 1 on base here in the bottom half of the 3rd. And we'll go to the top of the 4th right after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
All right, welcome back. Jim says he wants to see a post 400 player hit it into that palm tree that you see on screen right now out in right center field, just to the left of the flags, and I chuckled. And if it's anything like Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown, that would not be considered a home run, because in Jack Brown Stadium in Jamestown, you have to get it not only over the wall, but you have to get it over the green, the trees, or whatever, the brush on top of the wall in order to get a home run. If it goes into the trees, into the green, it's a ground rule double at Jack Brown Stadium. So if it goes into the palm tree here, my guess is that, well, you know what? We're starting to get drizzle again. Let's see if I can put that on camera. It looks like it's far enough behind the wall where it would be a home run if you put it into the palm tree. So that pitch comes across for a strike here to start the top half of the 4th. Of course, we'll have those games at Jack Brown Stadium to start the summer portion of the Star season on, I believe it's June 2nd or June 3rd. I'd have to double check the schedule, but it's definitely one of those 2 days. It'll be a doubleheader with the Eagles, post 14. Pitch comes in low. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now here for, let me grab my lineup here for the Braves. That is Peppers. Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's Harris. And Harris will foul that one away. It'll remain a 1 ball, 2 strike count. There's also a palm tree in left center field, Jim. I don't know if you saw that. It's not quite as dominant as the one in right center field, but then you got the batter's eye straightaway center, 385 straightaway center field. You got 336 down the first base line, 337 down the third base line, 376 to left center, and 375 to right center, 385 straightaway center field, and he's going to right field on that one, and he'll make the grab. So that puts 1 away here in the top of the 4th. And that'll bring up the next batter as we start to get sprinkles once again here. It's Nelson, the designated hitter for the Braves. All the opponents for the post 400 Stars are with the exception of, I think, 1 on the schedule, are not official Legion baseball teams. And the reason why I say that is because the 2 from within the United States, you will see St. Louis on the final day here in Vero Beach against the Stars. And then the day before that is a base hit's going to go out into right center field. So a hit and a runner on first. Let's see here. What was I chatting about before that base hit? I lost my train of thought here. I'll think of it and I'll continue, I promise. Run on first now with 1 out. And he'll swing, chop it foul for a strike, 0-1. Damian Semenko for the Astros made a fabulous catch in center field yesterday as well for the Post 400 Astros. I did not see video of it, but I was told that it was pretty phenomenal. Jaroszewski delivers in another strike. I think it's still Jaroszewski on the mound. I'll get a glimpse at his jersey number here as soon as he tosses this next pitch. No balls, 2 strikes. It is Jaroszewski. That one lined into the glove at third base for Mock. Eli Mock making a diving catch. And there's no way that you could make that catch unless you were 100% focused the moment that ball left the bat. Nice play at third there by Eli Mock. I'll hold the runner on first, and I'll put 2 outs on the board, and that brings us now to McQuellum, the catcher for the Braves. That one comes in just a little bit high for a ball, 1-0. Top of the fourth, 2-1. All 3 runs scored in the second inning of play by the 2 respective teams. No runs since. And that ball will drop in low for ball 2. I should say that pitch will drop in low for ball 2. I'm still drawing a blank on what I was talking about before that base hit now into right center. And so that's why I haven't brought it up yet. Swing and a miss. It was a good pitch to swing at there. He just wasn't able to make contact, and I'm sure his coach is not upset about that swing and a miss strike. Stars have trips to Iowa coming up here. That one's high and up for ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike. After they leave Florida on the 19th. Oh, that's what I was saying. St. Louis and Loomis Chaffee are the final 2 teams that the Stars will face here in Vero Beach, Florida. And those 2 are from prep high schools. They're not officially Legion teams. Loomis Chaffee from a high school in Connecticut. And then St. Louis team from a high school in St. Louis, and I did Google research, but I couldn't determine which of the what felt like 905 high schools in St. Louis that they are from. But so that batter will walk. Oh, automatically move the runner up to second. Now I have 2 on with 2 out, and now time is called. Top of the fourth. I'm not keeping track of the time of game here. I had that on our scoreboard last year, but I didn't put it on here this year. For the most part, our scoring system is the same as it was last year, just with a little bit better programming. It's one less piece of software we have to run on our broadcast laptop. Now we can score the game without the broadcast software running in the background. And that one, I believe, just missed. That was just barely out of the strike zone, too. 2 balls and no strikes here to the batter. It's the top of the order. Bunt Rock, the right fielder for the Braves. 2-0, Jaroszewski delivers, tapped off the edge of the bat, foul for a strike. Once again, runners on first and second, 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 out. Klomster on deck if Buntrock can reach or walk. That pitch will go low and out, and it's now 3 balls and a strike. (3-1), and that'll be hit right towards Easton Rarick. He'll pick it up, flip it over to second. That's all they need, and that ends the top of the 4th. We go to the middle of 4 now as they leave 2 more check that. Yeah, it'd be a fielder's choice, so they'll leave 2 more stranded on base here. The Braves will. They left a total of 7 on base so far now, and they still lead 2-1 here as the Stars come up to bat in the bottom half of the inning right after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
All right, welcome back. Heading into the bottom half of 4. It's the bottom half of the order for the Stars. It's Chayton Sen, Eli Mock, and Joe Fryer, batters 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. And on the mound for Sarnia, I wonder if we have a different... I'm trying to catch his jersey number, but it might still be Harris. Or Huber, I meant to say. I thought I saw a 9 instead of a 3 on there, but that's probably not the case. The music is off. We can turn up that microphone now. 2-1, Braves have the lead here, bottom of the 4th, and the Stars will try and start a run here with Chayton Sen. Sen will watch that ball skim on the outer edge of the strike zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Once again, Mock and Fryer. It's Eli Mock, Joe Fryer. And that one's up high. They'll level the count at 1-1 now here for Chayton Sen. And the 1-1 from Huber. He'll wind up and deliver. And that one hit right to the second baseman. Nice grab there by Lester. So 1 out. And now Chayton Sen's retired, and Eli Mock will try and create some damage here. Once again, I want to thank the construction crew for allowing us to invade their territory to get a good camera look on this field here. Mock sends it up. It's going towards foul territory, and the catch is made. That's out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down now for the Stars. Joe Fryer, it'll be up to him to try and keep the bottom half of the 4th going. Of course, we saw the Stars on 3 or 4 occasions have some big 2-out innings last season. And I think he got a piece of that one. It'll go in the books as a fouled away pitch and a strike. Oh, 1. And he'll foul it into the dirt for 0-2. Like I said, we'll have the Stars over the spring and summer. We'll have Kindred Post 117 over the summer, and we have one sponsor so far for West Fargo Legion baseball team. So if we can knock down like 5 or 6 more for West Fargo, we'll have complete coverage of the Patriots this summer as well. So it's a quick 1-2-3 inning here for the Stars in the top half of in the bottom half of the 4th. Want to say thanks once again to all of our sponsors, including Buffalo Wild Wings, Sean Carlson, Mortgage Lender at Town and Country Credit Union, the Knickerbocker, Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Jeff Weber, Gotta Go Driving School, Advantage Credit Bureau, Custom Express Car Wash in Fargo, Clothes Mentor, and Sinorama. And go check that Runnings touch mark and I think that and Post 400 baseball for making the Stars, Astros, and select Comet games available this spring and summer. Of course, the Comet's not playing in the spring, but we'll see a few games from them this summer. It's just the Stars and the Astros playing the spring schedule. And it looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Stars, and that appears to be, I'm going to watch him do another pitch. I think it's Colby Hansen. Trying to get the jersey number, and it is Colby Hansen. So Colby Hansen will start take over on the mound for Jake Jaroszewski, who pitched 3 innings, I believe it was. Pitched 4 innings officially as we move into the top of the 5th. Batting here for the Braves will be number 24. Where is he at? I don't see him on the lineup card here, number 24. Yeah, I'm not sure who number 24 is for the Braves. He doesn't appear on the lineup card that the coach gave me, but that's okay. Maybe it's a jersey change number. But whomever number 24 is, he'll be the first batter that Colby Hansen will face here in the 5th inning of play. And he'll deliver a strike. And that one's going to be popped up. Easton Rarick drifts back, shallow left, makes the grab. Out number 1, 1 up, 1 down. Sorry, we were fixing that cord that was dragging the camera again. So 1 out now here. Nobody on, 2-1, top of the 5th. We'll turn this microphone back up since the music's not playing. This is Lester, the batter for the Braves, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. So there's the windup in the delivery from Hansen, and did he miss it? Yes, it looks like he did, 2-0. Thought for a moment he got it in there for a strike, but not quite. A lot of blue making it down to Florida. Of course, they added the white and the gray, and they added another blue jersey to the jersey lineup this year. If you follow Post 400 or Magnitude on Twitter, then you've seen that new jersey. If you don't, then you might not have seen the new jersey, but it looks good. And that one goes foul down the first baseline. That'll even up the count at 2-2. It's kind of a almost all blue with white striped trim, and the word Fargo Post 400 across the front in white, and then they have white numerals on the back. And it's a basic primary blue with white, but it still looks really good. Whoever made those jerseys did a really good job at those new Fargo Post 400 blue jerseys. I think the Astros were the first team to wear those new jerseys. Full count now. And that one's fouled off into the parking lot down the first base line. It'll remain a full count at 3-2. So payoff pitch number 2 coming up here for Lester. Johnson is the scheduled batter on deck, and as I peek over, he is indeed standing in the batter's circle. Then the pitch, and that one over towards Easton Rarick. He'll pick it up, he'll fire it over, and caught. 6-3 ground out as Rarick will fire it over to Rarick. It's the Easton to Drew connection, and that's 2 outs. So 2 away here for the Braves, and it's still a 1-run lead. And as predicted, Johnson, the batter, he's the shortstop for the Braves, steps into the batter's box now to face Colby Hansen, who's done well since he come in on the mound. And this one sent to center field. That could be a chance for Oliver Luck to make the catch, and he does. And Oliver Luck will flip the ball up towards second base. The Stars will take off to the dugout, exchange their gloves for the bats, and they'll come out swinging after the break here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back. Bottom of the 5th, and right off the bat, first pitch of the bottom of the 5th, and it is going to be a base hit single to right field from Matt Bryant. I want to say hi to Sean and everybody at Buffalo Wild Wings in Fargo. I think they're at the 42nd Street location in Fargo. Just got a picture sent to me via text message. They have this game on in Fargo at Buffalo Wild Wings on 42nd Street. So if you want to go there and grab some wings or a burger and maybe a beverage of your choice and watch this game, since you can't make it to Vero Beach before the game ends, even if you hopped on a plane right now, I think you wouldn't make it in time. So just go to B-Dubs here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. The Stars trailing 2-1. They've trailed 2-1 since the 3rd inning of play. That one will skip through the legs of the catcher, and that will allow Matt Bryant to get to second base. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. One, Matt Bryant, the runner on second for the Stars. Here's the delivery. And that one's popped up. That one's going to center field. And the catch will be made. And he thought about tagging, but he will draw the throw, but he will not finish the run, and that's probably a smart move. So 1 away here is Oliver Luck will fly out to his position in center field, and they'll bring up Easton Rarick, who made Easton to Drew connection. to end the inning a couple of innings ago. And the pitch, and that'll be a two-hopper to second. And he'll be thrown out at second. But Matt Bryant will advance to third on the ground out. So 2 away now. Drew Rarick will try and drive in Matt Bryant from third. He steps up to the plate. And he'll send that one for a base hit left center, and scoring is Matt Bryant. It's an RBI single for, Hayden Crescent, not Drew Rarick. Hayden Crescent with the base hit, and now the game is tied up. That's the first run scored since the Stars scored the last run in the bottom of the second. No runs in the first, third, fourth, or top of the fifth. And now we're tied up at 2 apiece here. 2 out, the pitch comes out for a ball, and it's 1-0 here to Drew Rarick. Hayden Crescent with the RBI single to tie the game, and now Drew Rarick has a chance to continue more 2-out damage here for the Stars in the bottom of the fifth. Here comes the pitch, and Rarick will send that one up high to left center field, but I think the center fielder is going to get there, and he does, and that retires the inning. 5 complete, but we're tied up at 2 apiece, as the Stars will leave one more on base. And we'll be back right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. All right, welcome back. All tied up at 2 apiece here between the Braves and the Stars. As Hayden Crescent gets an RBI single to tie it up for the Stars, scoring Matt Bryant from third. And now we move into the top of the 6th. And the first pitch from Hansen is a strike. 0-1. We'll double check our runs, hits, and errors with the Post 400 Game Changer just to make sure it's accurate, because they're not keeping track of that here. And running back, Easton Rarick into shallow center for the catch. So 1 away. So let's see here. Number 7 is another player not on my lineup. Oh, yes, he is on the lineup card. It's Countryman. He's the left fielder. His jersey number represents his position number. And that one, no, it just missed for a ball. 1-0. Whoops. My apologies there. That was 100% my bad. I bumped the camera with my right 2 fingers there when I was trying to zoom in and out. Swing and a miss. I'll even things up at 1-1. That one was a little bit low. Kind of took the golf swing on that one and paid the price. But it's been a good matchup here, and the Stars looking for their first come-from-behind win. Right now, it's tied up, and there's strike number 2. Of course, that come-from-behind win against Mina and against West Fargo in the state tournament last year. And then the second time they meet up with West Fargo in the state championship game, I did not go the way of the Stars. Well, I was a little bit revenge mode for West Fargo in that state championship game after losing, and I believe it was the quarterfinals, if I remember correctly. Or no, it must have been the semifinals. It's a double elimination, so however they work that quarter semifinal thing with the double elimination, but Stars were the road team in every game of that state tournament, with the exception of the state championship game, because they had won all the games and West Fargo had lost, one. So it was a one-loss team going up against an undefeated team. So the Stars got bumped to the home position after being the road team in the state tournament for every game up until the state championship game. And I've been talking to a few Stars fans, and they are I've heard a few of them say, hey, maybe we should have been the road team in that game since we had so much luck being the road team in the entire tournament. But full count now here for Hansen. Hansen took over for Jaref Shesky 2 innings ago. Swing and a miss. Got him. That is out number 2. That brings up Harris, the first baseman for the Braves. We'll give you a tour of this ballpark on camera here coming up when the opportunity presents itself. So the pitch is low and out for a ball, 1-0. We had some rain in the second inning of play. That's when all the runs were scored prior to that RBI single in the bottom of the 5th, as that one's fouled away for a strike. And I think it was back in the 4th inning that we had a few more sprinkles, but those sprinkles only lasted for maybe 90 seconds. And now it's cooled off. First pitch was 83 degrees. And right now here in Vero Beach, it is partly cloudy and 79. So 2-1 the count and the pitch. That one's up high. 3-1, and just as I talk about the sprinkles, it starts again right now here in the, where are we at? The top of the 6th, 3-1. And now it's really coming down. That's a hopper over towards Easton Rarick, and he can't get it. It'll result in a base hit for the Braves to put a runner on. And right as I checked my phone to say partly cloudy and 79, like as soon as I said that, it started sprinkling again, and now the rain is coming down, and you might be able to hear the rain as some of the droplets are hitting our background noise mic. As everybody moves under the tent, I'm slightly protected, moving up a roll from where we were at previous to this. And now it stops. As soon as everybody gets under the protection of the tent, it stops. I've fouled away. They'll give me some time to wipe down the laptop and the other equipment here. Dry it off a little bit. Hey, at least the dust is off now. That's always a good thing. I'm going to have to take this laptop back to my hotel and make sure that everything's working. I might have to make sure I don't have to go to Best Buy to buy another laptop here. I don't even know if they have a Best Buy here. I haven't Googled it or not, so I'm guessing they do, but I just haven't Googled it to be sure. So, but I'm sure if I need to get equipment, there's some place in the city that will have it. Runner almost took off. And a nice block there by Crescent to keep that one in front of him, and it'll result in 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Yeah, don't forget we have a second game coming up after the conclusion of this one. It's scheduled for a 4 o'clock start as they fire it over to first to try and get the runner out. Still kind of wiping down the equipment here best I can without pushing any buttons. Last time I wiped down the equipment back in the second inning, we had a couple of weird graphics pop up on our screen. So 2 balls and a strike now here, tied at 2 in the top of the 6th. Runner on first. And that one's outside. They do have a radar gun now. I see one of the Stars representatives using it. I don't have any confirmation of what those pitch speeds are. I'll have to see if we can set that up. I'm pretty sure it's possible to get a link from that. A little Wi-Fi connection, a little Bluetooth, you know. Can make almost anything happen. Fouled away, down and out of play. And I'll make it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner on first. Three-two. Swing and a miss. Got him. So 5.5 complete, and we go to the bottom of the 6 now. Here in a moment on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll be right back. Actually, I'm going to turn it down and fix that graphic there. All right, so as promised, we're going to give you a little tour of the of Harmon Stadium here at Jackie Robinson Training Complex. It's one of 4 baseball fields here at the Jackie Robinson Training Camp, or Training Complex, I should say. So right now they're doing construction on a brand new press box, and so that's why we're kind of forced to stay out in the rain. But you got the third base line, which is under construction. It's roped off, so nobody can sit over in that side at the moment. But then you got the scoreboard operator in the tent down there, the Sarnia Braves out in the third base dugout. And as I said, it's about 337 down the third base line out into left field. And as you come across the outfield there, you got the nice scoreboard in left center. And then as you continue, you got the batter's eye in center field. And then the 3 flags and Jim's favorite, the palm tree there in right center. Home of the RBI World Series. And then playball.org. I have to visit that, so I have something to chat about in tomorrow's game. And then down there, and then they have a nice little, quite a bit of seating along the first baseline. And then this part is blocked off for the most part. So that first pitch that we didn't quite get on camera was good for a ball. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning now. And that's a 1-hopper to third, and he'll fire it over to first, and it's in time for the out. as the sprinkles start once again. I'm going to say they're going to be really heavy here in a moment so that they don't become heavy. Because every time I've said something about the rain, it's been the opposite of what I've said within seconds of me saying it. So we do have a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. And then I believe looks like Thursday's chance of rain for the moment is cleared out. 40% chance on Friday, a 50% chance on Saturday as the pitch comes in for a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike now here to the batter, Chayton Sen. And Sen will blast that one into left field, and it'll roll all the way to the wall. Sen is in for a double, and he's going to try for 3. Here comes the throw. It is not in time. Chayton Sen in on a triple to left field. So another hit for the Stars. So Chayton Sen, the runner on third, and now back to the top of the order. Matt Bryant, who scored the run on an RBI single from Hayden Crescent back in the bottom of the 5th to tie the game at 2-2. And check that. It is somehow the 5 looked like a 6, so it is actually Eli Mock. My apologies. So forget everything I just said, even though it was true. Catch the corner for a strike. It's 0-1 now here, or 0-2, excuse me, to the batter, Eli Mock. Job Fryer, the scheduled batter, on deck. Looks like he is indeed on deck. That pitch will come outside for a ball. Runner will stay at third as it didn't quite roll far enough. New pitcher on the mound is Buntrock for the Braves. Sarnia Braves out of Ontario, Canada. So it's basically Fargo Post 400, that team from St. Louis, the team from Connecticut, which is Loomis Chaffee. I believe they're the Pelicans, if I remember correctly. And then all the rest of the teams appearing against on the Stars schedule are one of many teams from Ontario, Canada. One out, and that is a base hit, and that will land, and scoring from third to take the lead for the Stars is Chayton Sen, and now running into third, and it's at least a double. I didn't see if there was like maybe hesitation coming around second or not, because I was paying attention to the runner coming across home plate. So it's either an RBI double or an RBI triple, but either way, there's still a runner on third, and now the Stars have taken the lead at 3-2. So that puts a little pressure onto Sarnia now, as they will be forced to score in the top of the 7th. Otherwise, the game will end a little bit early. It was 2-0 Sarnia at the end of the top of the 2nd. Stars would get 1 back in the bottom half of that 2nd. And it remained 2-1. That one hit up straight to center field, and that will be a catch. And now tagging from third, and the throw will not be in time, and scoring is Eli Mock on the sacrifice fly. And that makes it 4-2 as the Stars score 1 in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 in the bottom of the 5th, and now 2 so far here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 away. And that one, a line drive to second, and that will be all the Braves need, but they do have a little bit of work to do now. 6 complete. Stars score 2 to take a 2-run lead. And they leave 1 on base. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Signarama of Fargo is the trusted, preferred signage vendor of NDSU athletics. The global leader in the sign and graphic industry, Signarama is the way to grow your business. Competitive prices, free consultations and estimates, signage solutions that fit your budget. Signarama is locally owned and committed to community support. Trusted by the Bison, be a championship business with Signarama. Call or go online at sarvalley.com.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 7th, and the Braves need at least 2 to force the bottom half, or the Stars will come out the victor in this one. And the pitch. In for a ball. Ball 1. And the 1-0. Now we'll miss for ball 2. So Colby Hansen getting behind in the count here. And the best thing you can do with a 2-run lead is get that first batter out. Not let him get on base. And there's a strike. Came dangerously close to being ball 3, but he does deliver the strike, and it cuts into that ball strike deficit that he's in right now. Here's the 2-1. Swung, and now it's straight back into the netting for strike 2. And now Colby Hansen is potentially a pitch away from getting that first out that we were talking about just a moment ago. 2-run lead, 3-run lead, depending on who you talk to, would be categorized as the most dangerous lead in the sport of baseball. And he sent it to the outside on the strikeout. That would have been ball 3 for sure had he not taken a swing at it, but he got him to chase, and he got the out. And now stepping up to the plate here is McQuellum. Hansen strikes out Peppers. That one comes in a little bit low for a ball. 1-0. And the pitch. That one's low for ball 2. So starting out the same way as he did with Pepper. Two balls and no strikes. And the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Sent it to the inside, right near the wrist, and missed with the handle of the bat on that swing. And we'll see where Hansen goes with this pitch. And he just missed on the inside, and it's 3-1. So Hansen's going to have to be careful here. Hansen probably send it right down the middle and hope that he either swings and misses, fouls it away, or pops out to one of his positional players. And he will send it out towards left field, and drifting back, and he'll pop out to that positional player that we were talking about. 2 away now. And the Stars are 1 out away from a victory here at the Jackie Robinson Training Complex at Harmon Stadium. Can Hansen finish it off? He'll send the first pitch out for a ball, 1-0. And that one sent off to my right. Construction crew will now have a dent to fix in their new construction. Let's see. Yeah, it is indeed 2-1, just like I thought. The scoreboard showed differently prior to that call by the ump. So 2 balls and a strike here for Hansen. And he'll reach and send that one foul. And that one came close to the rental car that I have, but I think it missed, so. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on base, and a 2-run lead for the Stars. And here's the 2-2 pitch from Hansen. And he'll swing and foul it away, and Hansen will have to deliver at least one more pitch. Two, and that's sent towards second. And that will do it. That is your final score as the Stars win it here in the top of the 7th. As the Braves fail to score, and that's your final score, 4-2 in favor of the Post 400 Stars. Taking a look at the time on my clock here, it's 2:53. So the next game starts at 4. I know we promoted both games on the same watch link, but we're gonna have to end this stream since we got an hour between games, and we'll start a new stream. I'll try and get that watch link created here on the YouTube channel over the next few minutes. So the Post 400 Stars improved to 2-0 on the season with a 4-2 comeback win over the Sarnia Braves. A great baseball game here today from Harmon Stadium in Jackie Robinson Training Complex. 2 down and a whole bunch to go for the Stars. We'll see how deep they can take this undefeated run into the season. They will have one of the Ontario teams next here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network in about 1 hour. Stay tuned.
Proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.